All right, so we got IVP, we got PCSA, we got ACON. So ACON's moving because there's a 31% float interest. Doesn't look like there's any news on it. Take a look at the daily. Daily looks choppy. Daily chart is not the best here on ACON. Just every time it pops up, it drops. So, that seems to be the theme on this ticker. PCSA. What's up, Baja? Let me post this in the Discord just so that people will start coming in. Yeah, so PCSA was another one here, kind of holding up the range. We did have a nice rally after hours. I think it topped out the 200 EMA here on the 180-day chart is right there at 744. Looks like we broke over it, could not hold over it. So we do have some resistance in that area around, I would say, 780. It looks like we topped out here again before that. So maybe we'll get another test of high 7s and maybe break through 8. That's a possibility on PCSA for continuation. But who knows, man? Who knows? We could be getting ACON is another one. This one here is with it's got a higher short interest. So there's a potential for a squeeze, but the daily chart is a little choppy. Another one here, CRBP. This one's moving from 8 up to 15. First in human clinical study for its drug. This one looks a little bit on the lighter side with the volume, but it's moving. It's definitely moving. Green on PBLA. So CRBP, I'll put this on the side chart. CRBP, PBLA. PBLA, let's see if we have news on this. Looks like news yesterday. Yesterday night. Looks like it exceeded a 50% enrollment in a trial for pancreatic cancer. PBLA. Let's check the float here on PBLA. 500,000, 500,000 shares. Looks like it just had a recent reverse split. You never see a chart like this. This is because of the reverse split. So it looks like it was about a 15-to-1 or something like that. About 15-to-1. PCSA dumping here. That means the price increases by a factor of 15 and the amount of shares outstanding on the market, including the float, decreases by a factor of 15. So it just shifts like this. And we could see some action on PBLA. Could see some action. Because this is a big theme back earlier in December. There's recent reverse splits, publishing news shortly after, and absolutely ripping. So PBLA, I kind of like it. PBLA, I like it. We're not overextended to the upside yet. We're only up about $2, a little less than $2 a share. So not even up 100%, which is good. You know, I don't want it up I don't want it to be coming into the open up 300% or 400% or something like that, or even 200%. Because when it's up too high pre-market, a lot of the times at the open, you'll get a lot of selling. So, you know, right around 50%, between 50 and 100% right at the opening gates is a good sweet spot for a nice rally continuation. So it looks like, let's see here. The only thing, since we did have a reverse split, it's possible there could be an offering at some point. Maybe not today, but there is a offering in progress. Filing date. Looks like they filed the offering here. I can pull this up. So this is a dilution tracker. And this pretty much shows, you know, you got your float, your market cap, type in your ticker here, and kind of, I'm on the free trial, not the free trial, just the free version, and it gives you really good information as far as potential offering and dilutions of, you know, previous offerings. So it looks like they had an offering back in August 2022, and it looks like they registered another offering here on the 3rd of January. So it looks like it's in progress. So anticipated deal size 10 million. So I'm not sure when this is going to drop, but you know, 10 million, that's about what, 2 million shares. 2 million shares at $5. If it's at 5, well, we don't know the price of it, but yeah, so looks like there's a potential offering. I'm not sure, you know, this is going to be today or tomorrow, but, you know, companies like to do it when their price is rising after news shortly after. So it's good to keep in mind there. And all companies are required to publish this for their investors or potential investors. It's just through the FINRA regulations that all companies need to at least alert their shareholders of potential offerings or registered offerings that could potentially hit the market. So we also have warrants as well. Looks like warrants, exercise price. The higher the current price relative to the exercise price, more likely it will be exercise resulting in dilution. Exercise price 7,200. The price the warrant holder must pay to receive a share per warrant. What? So if I have a warrant, I have to pay $7,200? That can't be right. This has got to be not adjusted for a reverse split. And this must have been written, I don't know the date, but this could have been written like 5-6 years ago. Who knows how many reverse splits they've had. I mean, yeah, look at the daily, look at the max chart. You know, it goes all the way up to 10,000. So this is a result. The price was never up here to 10,000. This is just a result of the reverse splits. You can take a look at Ross Kammen's recent videos. He does go a lot over this. So pretty much what happens is because of that reverse split, price increases by a factor. Recently, we had a factor of 15. And so every time, you know, the chart on the daily chart is shifted up by a factor of 15. They would do another split for another, let's say 1 in 10. You know, that price is again shifted by up another factor of 10 and another and as many, you know, reverse splits that they have. So after like say 10 reverse splits over the course of years and years, or in this case only through 3 years, you know, it could show that the price was out there in $10,000 a share, but really it wasn't. But I think that warrant was adjusted for all of those reverse splits. So the warrant price is likely, you know, these warrants are likely not going to be exercised because it's just they're too far underwater. The warrants will only be valuable if your exercise price is below the stock price, because then you're in the money. So these guys are holding negative, like in the red for their warrants. Well, that's for 2022 warrants, or 2022, 2020 warrants, 2023 warrants. So this is an exercise price of 19, which is still much higher. So pretty much what a warrant is just an option to buy. It's like a contract that you can buy the stock price at a specific price in the past, or specific price no matter the current stock price. Looks like they can exercise this up to 2028, but it's $19. So we're not even close to $19, so we don't need to really worry about that. If the price was closer, let's say there's one there for $15. Yeah, if the price was closer, the warrant price was closer, or the exercise price was closer to the stock price, then you'd be, you know, start looking at potential dilution from warrant holders selling onto the market. But since, you know, the price for PBLA is all the way up there at 15, the first one's up at 15, you know, we probably, you know, won't really see any sort of, you know, dilution for quite a while, at least from the warrants. But that's a completely another level of market analysis. It took me a while. Like, I'm still understanding it, but it's taken me a while to really understand, you know, shelf offerings, S1 offerings, you know, warrants, and how that can affect the price. It can affect maybe the momentum in the stock. And this is good stuff to know, because this is risky. You know, risky. If you know that there's going to be an offering or potential offering, or if you're above the exercise price on the warrants, you want to be a little bit cautious with being aggressive, because, you know, you're going to have a lot more resistance. It looks like PCSA had an offering, so that's why we were coming down here. $10 million offering, or $7 million offering. I just want to take a look at the dilution tracker here and see what we're looking at. Yeah, so $7 million in progress. So it looks like they registered it today. I don't think it was. Yeah, looks like the last update it was 122. So this is going to stay registered after today. Terminated. Registered. So that's what we're talking about, you know, published news. You know, PCSA had news that they published, they ripped the stock price, and now they're selling into that. Especially recently, they just had that reverse split back in here. I think it was a 1 in 15 reverse split, and they used that, you know, increase in stock price, because before it was a penny stock before the split, and now, you know, because they did the reverse split, they published news, they pumped the price, so they have liquidity to sell their offering into, and now they're publishing, or they're exercising that offering, because using that liquidity from, you know, the news that they dropped and the increase in stock price, and now they can beat up the price a little bit, because now we're not under $1 anymore. Because when you're under $1 on the NASDAQ, you do need to get that price over $1 to close over $1. I think it's within every 90 days or 6 months or something like that. How long does price need to be over $1 NASDAQ? I forget. 180 calendar days. So you have 180 days. So that's 6 months to get your price to close over $1, and that is like revolving. So every time it comes over $1, you have another 180 days. Comes back below $1, you have another 180 days. Comes back over $1, and then if it goes back below, you got another 180 days for it to come back up. So that regulation, a lot of these companies are operating with that. So they're more incentivized to do that reverse split. You know, decreases the amount of shares on the market by a factor of their reverse split. Price comes up by a factor. So now they regain compliance, and they have, you know, a huge cushion. Let's say, you know, PCSA is up $5. Now they have $5 a share, and they can sell shares onto the market using an offering to raise some more capital, but it does dilute their shareholders a little bit, which is not good, or not good for, you know, company like reputation. It's not really good for investor reputation. But they have more room to kind of, you know, raise money, publish news, because the smaller float, and the price will move a lot higher if, you know, the market reacts well, and then they can use that liquidity as well to sell at the market for an offering. Could there be a no trade or very short day for nothing looking good? Joseph Mast. Fridays are usually a little bit slower, but, you know, we did have that offering on PCSA, so I'm already writing that one off. PRZO, someone's calling out PRZO. Let's take a look. PRZO's potential, I would say I'm going to put alert here at $1 in case I'm not looking at it. If it does break $1, I'd be interested. How much time we got? 10 minutes? I mean, the market's been warm, so I think we potentially see something today. ACON consolidating under VWAP, fading volume. Not good, not good. But if we can get, let's say if we can get back over 360, then maybe I'd take a look for a trade up through VWAP. CRBP. This one's not bad. I can tell it's really thin because it's got a massive range. Pretty decent breakout, 480 up to about 16. Volume a little bit on the lighter side. Float pretty low. But this one's going to be high risk. This one's definitely going to be high risk. It looks thin. And thin, I mean, like the spread might be wider, and the bid and ask stack will be thin, which means that it can move faster. And especially if combined with a lower float, it could be a high risk, high reward play. Let me take a look at the level 2 here. CRBP. So we got 10-cent spread, which is not too bad for a $16 stock. PBLA, ACON, IVP was the other one. Which this one's consolidating near the lows. I'm just selling off way too much, more than I'd like. So that's, writing that one off. So CRBP, ACON, PBLA, PBLA, and the other one had that offering, PCSA, which is not good. So writing that one off as well. So let me make sure I got my my watch list here. So we got PBLA, CRBP, ACON, IVP, which is not even looking good. And this one here, we got CBR, CRBP. CRBP might be the one. We're breaking out again. Daily chart. We're at recent highs. We're all the way up here. There at 739. Maybe we break 1920. Maybe up to 30. Who knows? But it's moving. We're up 100%. Surprisingly, the spread's not that wide. Usually, I would see a spread like 30 cents, 40 cents maybe on this. But I'm seeing most of the time between less than 10 cents, less than 10 or 15 cents on the spread, which is actually quite small for a $16 stock. A small spread is under 1% in my books. So a 1% of $16, was that 16 cents? So if the spread's under 16 cents, I'm great. But if the spread starts to be 2 or 3% or 4% of the stock price, that's where it starts to get high risk. That's where you can wipe out by just taking losses on the spread. So let me update the watch list here. I want to take a look at the dilution tracker here. What I can do, I'm going to post the dilution tracker link here in the Triad Trading Resources channel, just so you guys can check this one out. Oh, it looks like I already have it here. Dilution tracker. It's under market data. It's like Bitcoin's bouncing a little bit. Tesla's bouncing a little bit off the low. So we'll take a look at Bitcoin here. I did add a little bit to my Bitcoin ETF, my retirement account down here. Not a lot though. I'm like, I want to be less than like 5% into Bitcoin, or 5 or 10%. 10% could be a lot allocated to Bitcoin. Because who knows? You know, who knows what's going to happen in the future here with Bitcoin? It's definitely a high risk, high reward type of play. Tesla, I like Tesla. I think maybe if we can come a little bit lower, it would be a good, you know, solid bounce. Maybe a reversal. I don't know though. I mean, it's definitely, it's been overhyped, you know, in the first leg here. You know, price is definitely correcting. You know, right down here was a great entry. I remember seeing it at $100, and I was like, all right, under $100, I'm a buyer. And then it bounces up to 300. But I think this could be a good entry down here potentially. Again, this is not financial advice, but you know, I don't think Tesla's going anywhere. I've been doing better since we reviewed a couple weeks ago. And only adding 1 share blocks, position scalping 20 things, and I see high volume. Yeah, good job. Yeah, it's about just you know, taking it slow and making progress over time. So let's go through the disclaimer here quick. All information is for educational entertainment purposes only. Trade trading is risky. Also be wary of scammers and impersonators. Hit that like button for me on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you're a new viewer. Hopefully you guys get green today. Who knows? CRBP is going to be the main watch for me. Maybe PBLA will pop up today, but you know, really just going to take it as it comes and manage my risk appropriately. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the recap.